we had an incident at Millworks involving a gentleman and the possession of a dangerous weapon and a gun. Our police force responded quickly, efficiently, and with just complete professionalism. We have 2 Eagle Scouts whom we would like to recognize and congratulate, Divij Kunaparaju and Vamsi Krishna Vesta. The Gummy Bears went to the World Festival in Houston, where about 108 teams participated. Gummy Bears ended up being one of 4 teams that received the Robot Design Award. Congratulations to them.
Now we know that on July 7th, we will receive a provisional grant notification. That means that then the town would have 6 months in which to approve and consider this project.
The 2022 Apple Blossom Festival is back. Annual town meeting is Saturday, June 11th at 9 a.m. on the field at Westford Academy. Town meeting documents are available on the town's website for anybody who wants to look at them beforehand. Sympathies and condolences to Marilyn Frank. Her husband of 43 years passed away last week, and we all extend our deepest sympathies and condolences to Marilyn and to her family.
I just wanted to thank my election workers who helped me out on Tuesday of last week. I want to congratulate everyone who ran in the town election.
Considered National Grid's request to remove 44 public shade trees on Forge Village Road and Hartford Road for their storm hardening and capital improvement project.
National Grid originally came through with a request to remove 44 trees. That only includes, like I said, trees within the public way. We went back out and assessed the trees with National Grid's arborists. They reduced their request, I believe, to 18 trees, and we reduced that even further. And this project is designed to upgrade some of their infrastructure, including replacing poles and upgrading wires along the route. We've tried to take into consideration, obviously, the town and the Commonwealth's climate action and sustainability goals as best we could, as well as looking for opportunities to accommodate National Grid's request to complete this project.
I think what you're saying is, in essence, with the exception of 3 trees, the 2 of you have agreed as to which trees are to be removed, and then the others are to be trimmed. Is that right?
Correct. There's an awful lot of trees that are just marked with a red ribbon that are either they're private or they're on water department property or they're on the cemetery's land. So I don't know what the actual total number of trees coming down is. I'm a little concerned about some of the trees that we're not talking about right now that are coming down. National Grid did a great job of trimming 8-inch trees out of my yard because they don't know where the boundary is.
Bob is correct. There are a number of private trees behind stone walls or on private properties that have been marked. I don't, unfortunately, have any jurisdiction over those trees. National Grid is working directly with those private property owners. Some of them did attend our hearings and they did voice their concerns and frankly have changed their initial decision or permission with National Grid to remove those.
How can citizens now trust that National Grid will continue to do less and trim in Westford? If the poles have been getting higher, will the streetlights also be higher on those poles? And my third question is more of a comment. Planting smaller trees does not equate with taking big ones and old ones down in terms of carbon sequestration.
So with the poles being higher, obviously we have a little bit more real estate to put them, but the town can really determine the height they want those lights to be at. We have a lot of flexibility with the new lighting system that we have here in town. So we have the opportunity to sort of place them where we want, as well as to combat certain issues that we have with light pollution. So we have flexibility to dim those lights or to put shields or deflectors on them as well.
I make a motion that we approve the removal of 15 trees as listed.
Second.
Aye.
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 Aye. An update and current news from the Westford Police Department.
So the Westford Police Department is currently budgeted for 49 officers. We are currently at 46 officers hired full-time, and we do have 3 vacancies. The Westford Police Department is an accredited agency. That's one of the things that has come out of the police reform. Set standards for police officers and the Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission. We meet all those standards currently. So every 3 years, we have to be reaccredited again. The Middlesex District Attorney, Marion Ryan, has requested that all officer disciplinary records be forwarded to her as well. We've completed all of those reporting requirements early. We have selected 6 officers to work with Lieutenant Brian Gendron on different community initiatives and events. and they help to plan, staff, and organize these community events. The very first one you can see in the bottom right is all those kids on a very, very freezing day. It was about 15 degrees out, and we had 7 or 8 of our police officers out there doing a learn to skate with area youth. I spoke with Ann Zato over at the Rodenbush Community Center for the farmers market, and we're going to have a table on certain dates where we're going to discuss different things like internet safety, car seat safety, bike safety. Some may follow our brand new Instagram page where we work with Mike Wells down at the IT department. We did get the 3 hybrid cruisers. They are in at the vendor. The first one is being fitted over as we speak. Through the Sea of New Sun Foundation, they donated a computer-based application that we can upload all of the necessary and area-wide services that our officers may need to help them with the health and wellness. There's also self-assessments and daily check-ins that officers can do to see if they should look into additional forms of self-care.
You've been busy over the last 6 months. We actually have hired a new wellness coordinator. So if there is a way that you can coordinate with her, that she can help you, that she can perhaps share resources and information that she has for not only your department, but for all first responders, I'd certainly encourage you and Chief Targ to reach out to her, work with her. I'm sure she'll be reaching out to you folks as well, because the mental health and well-being of all of our employees is really paramount.
I know that most folks who know me know that I'm always a fan of the community engagement and community events. And I know that just a couple of weeks ago, you all did like the high fives with the kids. But that was adorable. Thank you so much. And thanks for all of the work that you do.
The request to approve fiscal year 2022 and 2023 Town Manager and Finance Committee recommendations.
So here we have 7 budget transfers to present. The first one is one that we've done the past 2 years. It's for the school computers. Mike Wells likes to order these in May, so they have enough time to get those ready for the incoming freshmen. Next up, we have 2 for the police, requesting to transfer from patrol wages to gasoline and to the training line item. Next up is gasoline for the fire department. Next up are 3 articles to do with debt service. And the Finance Committee did vote to support these transfers 8-0.
Is there a motion to support these transfers?
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The next one is the fiscal year 2022 expenditure limit increase for the Agricultural Commission Community Gardens Revolving Fund.
Every 2 to 3 years, they have to order compost to put in the community garden. And on those years, they're going to exceed the $10,000 expenditure limit. So they met last Monday and requested to increase the revolving fund expenditure limit to $15,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Aye.
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 Aye. And then last is fiscal year 2023 Town Manager budget adjustments.
The reason being is we want a placeholder in there for the additional ballot question for Indigenous Peoples Day. The town manager's office is now responsible for hanging the banners outside the common and also to restore some funding for the strategic planning retreat.
Is there a motion to approve the Town Manager's budget adjustments for fiscal year 2023?
So moved.
Second. Aye.
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 Aye. Town meeting warrant articles.
The first one is Article 3, which is to approve the fiscal year 2022 budget supplement adjustments appropriations. And this is basically to fund the snow and ice deficit. The next one, Article 4, is to appropriate for perchlorate. And the figure has been going down, and we do hope eventually to have nothing in there. The next one is Article 5, which is capital. And the Capital Planning Committee met many times and did vote in favor of this plan. Then Article 6, this is the Cameron Senior Center HVAC project. The project is now estimated to cost $1,600,000. You all approved $500,000 in ARPA, so we are seeking the $1.1 million bond authorization in this article. Annually, Amoresco is supposed to conduct a measurement and verification process to see if the town is achieving the estimated energy savings that they have told us we will achieve. If we don't, they have to write us a check for those savings. Article 7 is to appropriate funding for the construction of a new fire training facility and establish a stabilization fund for the possible future relocation of the training tower. Article 8 is Community Preservation Committee recommendations. Article 9, you actually already voted, but I wanted you to at least see it again. There's so much going on here. We were trying to make it easy for the voters to understand, and so we reorganized it. The next article is 11, which is the annual 2023 operating budget. And of course, in this article, we list all the various funding sources. The next article is Article 13. We ask the town to appropriate funds from water enterprise to pay for the post benefits stabilization fund. Article 17, the Finance Committee requests to reduce the number of Finance Committee books to be printed and discontinue the mailing. The last one is number 19, which is to authorize the Conservation Commission to lease hill orchards.
Is there a motion to recommend?
So moved.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have a request from the DEI committee to decrease their membership from 19 seats to 16 seats.
So moved.
Second.
Aye. Aye.
And then we have a request from the town manager to appoint Christy Bates to the Scholarship and Grant Committee.
So moved.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good night, Westford. Everybody be safe.
Yep. Good night. Be safe.
Aye.